Welcome to my YouTube channel. The 2025 Honda S2000 is a rebirth more than a continuation. The nameplate, once celebrated for its high-revving naturally aspirated engine and perfectly balanced rear-wheel drive chassis, has returned with a vision that blends heritage and modernity. Gone is the old F20C engine that screamed to 9,000 revolutions per minute. In its place is a turbocharged 2.0-liter inline-4 derived from the Honda Civic Type R, re-engineered and retuned specifically for the S2000 to deliver power smoothly and with that same intoxicating rush the original was known for. The new engine produces 332 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, all going to the rear wheels through a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, manual only, just as enthusiasts would want it. This isn't just nostalgia, it's a refined, surgical update of everything the old car did well. From the outside, the 2025 S2000 looks unmistakably modern, but with a few winks and nods to the original. The long hood and short rear deck remain, giving it that classic roadster proportion. LED headlights are now razor-thin and aggressive, flowing seamlessly into the fenders. The front fascia is wide and low, with large air intakes that aren't just for show. They feed a redesigned cooling system optimized for track days and hot weather alike. The side profile is clean and sculpted, avoiding the overdone creases and cuts of some modern sports cars. Instead, it's tight and purposeful. Around back, a subtle ducktail spoiler and a dual exhaust system hint at the power within. The wheels are 19 inches wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 5 rubber, and the stance is just right, low, wide, planted. Inside, the 2025 S2000 is more focused than luxurious. Honda knew this car needed to deliver an experience, not just features. There is no giant touchscreen dominating the dash. Instead, a compact 9-inch infotainment screen sits low and out of the way, running a lightweight, driver-focused version of Honda's software that includes wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The real hero is the digital gauge cluster. Inspired by the original S2000's digital tachometer, it now includes track telemetry, G-force data, tire temps, and lap timers. The seats are thin, supportive, and made of Alcantara with leather bolsters. You sit low, legs stretched out, hands falling naturally to the small diameter steering wheel and stubby shifter. There's no sunroof, no back seat, and no unnecessary tech bloat. The driving experience is where the 2025 S2000 really earns its name. Steering is electric, of course, but it's been tuned for immediate response and a natural weight. Turn-in is crisp and direct, thanks to a new double wishbone suspension up front and a multi-link setup in the rear, all paired with adaptive dampers that read the road hundreds of times per second. There are drive modes, but even in comfort, this car talks to you. Flip into Sport Plus and the suspension tightens, throttle response sharpens, and the exhaust opens up with a raspy, mechanical growl that's unmistakably Honda. The gear throws are short and precise, the clutch is light but communicative, and the limited slip differential puts down power with zero drama. You can take it to the track and push its 7,400 revolutions per minute redline all day, or drive it to the grocery store without cursing every bump. That duality was the goal, and Honda nailed it. Performance numbers tell part of the story. 0 to 60 comes in 4.3 seconds. The quarter mile arrives in just under 12.8 seconds. Top speed, a respectable 167 miles per hour. But the magic of the S2000 has never been about numbers. It's about feel. About the way the chassis rotates around you mid-corner. About how every input has a consequence. About how alive it feels even at legal speeds. It's a dance partner, not just a machine. Under the skin, the 2025 S2000 rides on an all-new aluminum-intensive chassis, which helps keep curb weight down to 2,950 pounds. That's impressive in today's world of bloated sports cars and unnecessary complexity. Weight distribution is nearly 50-50, and center of gravity has been lowered thanks to new packaging and the use of carbon fiber reinforced plastic in key areas, including the trunk lid, hood, and lower body panels. Honda says structural rigidity is up 40% over the original, and it shows in every turn and on every bump. Braking is handled by 4-piston Brembos up front with floating calipers in the rear, clamping onto vented discs. Pedal feel is firm and immediate, with no artificial squish. Honda offers optional carbon ceramic brakes for track rats, but even the standard setup is more than enough for spirited driving. There's no regenerative braking here, this is an analog experience all the way. And while the 2025 S2000 doesn't use hybrid tech or electric assistance, Honda has still managed to meet strict emissions and fuel economy standards. EPA estimates put it at 24 mpg city, 32 highway, and 27 combined. Not bad for a car that begs to be redlined on every on-ramp. Safety tech is present but minimal. There's forward collision warning, lane departure alert, and blind spot monitoring. But no lane centering, no adaptive cruise, no automatic emergency braking that slams the pedal for you. Honda wants you to be the driver, and it shows. The company believes that enthusiasts deserve an unfiltered experience in a world increasingly defined by automation. And they're right. There's also a CR model returning for those who want even more edge. The 2025 S2000 CR, or Club Racer, deletes the soft top entirely in favor of a carbon fiber hardtop, stiffens the suspension, adds a rear strut brace, and sheds an additional 50 pounds. It also gets a revised aero kit and stickier tires. The result is a car that corners harder, responds quicker, and rewards smoother inputs. It's louder, stiffer, and more demanding, but for the right driver, it's everything. And unlike the original CR, the new version comes in more than just yellow and blue. Color options across the 2025 S2000 lineup include a few fan favorites like Grand Prix White and Berlina Black, plus new hues like Solar Flame Orange and Deep Space Blue. Interiors can be ordered in red, black, or a bold two-tone gray and white combination. Trims are simple, base, CR, and a limited launch edition that includes exclusive badging, unique wheels, and a serialized build plate. Pricing starts at $48,900 for the base model. The CR begins at $54,000, while the launch edition, limited to just 1,000 units globally, comes in at $59,995. All trims are built in Japan, at a dedicated facility near Tochigi that also handles the assembly of Honda's performance powertrains. Enthusiasts have been asking for this car for over a decade. And Honda finally listened, not just by slapping an old badge on a new platform, but by building something that captures the soul of the original while evolving where it mattered. The 2025 S2000 isn't just another sports car. It's a statement, a celebration of balance, feedback, and simplicity in a world that often forgets the joy of just driving. The Auto Futurist believes the 2025 Honda S2000 is more than just a comeback. It's proof that drivers' cars still matter. That there's still room for a two-seat, rear-drive, manual sports car in a market obsessed with crossovers and electric torque. That passion can coexist with progress, and that sometimes, looking back is the best way to move forward. The legend lives on, and it's better than ever.